Okay guys, so I got a build here. You'll see I'm loading into Gambit right now. That's where I'm gonna show it off. I got two specials, Sniper, Telesto, because it's Pesto. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's disabled still, so I'm gonna go with Cartesian Coordinate, uh, Thread and Needle. None of these are, all of these are just preference, depending on what you want, but you're gonna be using your melee more than anything. So your melee is your primary. These are just if you want to invade and wreck shop there. So on the arc, you need two arcs for this. I have hands-on to get my super wreck faster, and striking light. So what striking light does is when you're charged with light and you destroy somebody with melee damage or a sword, you generate an orb of power for your buddies. The secondary perk is active, so you gain damage resistance against combatants while sprinting, so it just increases your survivability when you're running from place to place or to close that distance. This iteration of the build is for taking down chunkier targets. So Syntheseps, obviously, they give you that improved melee and super damage when you're surrounded. I'm also using melee Wellmaker on it, so that way I make a elemental well. I'm also using Thermoclastic Blooming, so with solar melee kills, I will generate an orb of power. So when striking light is on, or when I have a charge of light, then I will make an orb of light. When I just get any melee kill, I'll make an orb of light and I'll make a well. The chest piece, I have radiant light that gives me plus 20 in strength, so you'll see my strength is way up because without my baby hammer, I am nothing. I prefer solar uh, legs or solar anything, honestly. One solar piece, just legs preferably because you can have recuperation, which it replenishes health each time you pick up an orb, and you're going to be making so many orbs. Absolution, same thing, reduce all ability cooldowns each time you pick up an orb. You'll be tossing nades and throwing your melee all over the place. And Elemental Charge, you become charged with light by picking up an Elemental Well, and if that well happens to match your subclass element, gain 2 stacks of charges with light. Last not least, these middle mods honestly don't matter, but Bountiful Wells, it'll, with just one on, you will make 2 Elemental Wells every time you get a melee kill. And this for, in my opinion, it somewhat matters only if you're playing with friends and they freeze a target like a boss and you throw your hammer at them, it'll really increase the amount of damage you do to them. Alright, so we're loading in already. As I said, with this build, I won't be using my secondaries unless I really need to, or if I invade. And as I said, this build is for taking down chunky targets quickly with the increased damage I get from Syntheseps. Okay, so we're gonna lead with a grenade. You want to get that ×3. Oh, there it is. Didn't make the jump, and I didn't get the kills. Sad day all around. But you'll see there 2 elemental wells, and just demolishing chunky targets. If you notice the bottom left corner of the screen, you'll see I'm just gonna be pooping out orbs. Oh. Oh, swing and a miss. Alright, now when the invader gets here, see what I can do. I'm either gonna whiff or I'm gonna get him.
Hey, you didn't start that.
Got him.
You finished. Incoming at the goal. You just hit the other side.
I'm gonna be honest, the super is probably the most lame. Part of this. This build is all about the melee.
High value target is on the field. Hunt it down. Hostiles incoming at the depot. You're nearly there. Fill the bank. Get that primeval up. Portal's ready. Go say hello. Your allies invaded. Primeval's up. Kill it to win. Invaders down. Coming back to you. Envoys terminated. Now, bring the hounds down.
That's it. Just constantly. Where's this guy at?
Primeval's not long for this one. Burn it down. The invaders down. Thank you.
Oh, it's getting close.
Get moving. Opposing team's about to win.
Baby hammer.
You've got some.
And that's a Gambit match.
You fight till there's nothing left. I could use someone
It's
like
just
you on my next
melee like crazy, and if you want to use your guns, you can. Now let's look at the second iteration of this build. Iteration of that build, you'll do slightly less damage because we got rid of Syntheseps, replaced it with Dune Marchers, because right now Dune Marchers are absolutely nasty, and in PvE encounters they're really good. Helps take out smaller targets around you, just takes the fire off of you. And if you want help with meteor targets, you can use a shotgun with 1-2 punch like this. I'm just sticking with the Cartesian. And that's basically the second iteration of the build. The only other difference is high energy fire I put on the chest piece, and that's just so that way if I want to invade, I can almost body low resilience guardians with my long shadow, and it just makes it overall easier to murder them when I go over. Alright, let's head into Gambit one more time and see how it works.
Drop those targets. Take the moats and bank them.
Notice I always lead with my grenade. Oh. Wow.
Hey, did you wake up pissed today or something? I like it. Hostiles inbound at the beach.
It's all about just dropping orbs, more survivability, because you're just destroying all the little guys. But still not full survivability, that was close. For something like Gambit, the insanity of this one is pretty cool.
What did they ever do to you? It's just hostiles inbound at the beach. Oh, you dropped a large blocker on the enemy.
Oh no.
Portal's up. Your allies invading the other side. Almost. Bank and get that primeval out there. Got eyes on a high-value target. Track it down. Hostiles at the trees. Woo! Your allies back and they killed 4 guardians. You want to be a bad guy? That's how. Primeval's up. Burn the envoys first. Invader incoming.
Oh man. And I lost Baby Hammer. If you didn't know, even with ×3, freaking solar charge thing, whatever it's called. Roaring Flames, yeah, here we go. Even with ×3 Roaring Flames. Ooh, you still won't one-tap a invader. But normal Guardian, yeah. You'll drop them with ×3.
There's nothing left. I could
And
use
that's it.
someone like you on my next crew.
You can see it's 74 versus 50 combatants. This one's just all about annihilating all the small guys, the big guys, and everything. So that's it. That's the build. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you go out there and have fun with it too. If I see more Titans rocking the same build, I'll probably cry a little bit. But it's all good. We all rise up together. So thanks for watching, and leave a like or sub or anything of that nature. Cool. Thanks. Bye.